Hello, hello, hello. What's up, YouTube? Hello, TikTok. Grand Rising. We made it. We made it to another day. Hold on. Let me restart this phone. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? We all woke up today? We all made it? Some people ain't make it. We all made it. Oh, hold on. Let me get Instagram back up on here. Sorry, I cannot twerk for you guys. I cannot. Hello, Instagram. Sorry, we had to restart the phone. I don't know what connection issues they was talking about. But, you know, we just restart the phone when that happens. So, if you guys are ever trying to go live on Instagram and they say you have a connection issues, just turn your phone on and off, you know. Clear up them issues. Hello. Okay. Hello. Grand Rising. Okay, period. You already know. Well, thank you for the roses. Thank you, Raka. Thank you for the roses. How did y'all sleep last night? Everybody had great sleep? Anybody have any crazy dreams? Ooh. Thank you, Hybrid Reaper, for the flowers. Thank you, GP Murray, for the heart me. You did? You had some crazy dreams, Isaac? Well, good. Because we got the dream dictionaries right there, all right? You just got to land on it when we spin. Where is it? Here it is. Pick a dream. Read the dream meaning. All right, so write them dreams down if you have some crazy dreams. You know, I'm going to put it right there. Hopefully, when you spin the wheel, you land on it. Well, thank you for them TikToks. And thank you, Luciani. All right, y'all ready to play today? I know I said I was going to come back yesterday, but like I said, something always pop up, so I didn't get to come back yesterday. But I'm here. All right, we're here. And it's Saturday, so hopefully a lot of you guys are at home and not at work, and you can now play. Well, thank you for the roses. Okay, so this is how we play the game, all right? So we got the wheel here, and I'm going to write a number. Hold on, let me erase this from yesterday. I'm going to write a number on this board right here, okay? Y'all have to either try to guess it or use your psychic abilities to see which number I wrote, okay? If you have ESP ability, you have permission to come read this number, okay? Now, every person that guesses the number, I'm going to write your name down on the board. Don't leave the live if I write your name down. Oh, wait. Let me make sure, because last time we was having confusions. Where are we at? YouTube. No, TikTok. And Instagram. All right. Don't leave the live if you get the number right, okay? If you leave, you're not going to get your spin, all right? And I want to give you your spin. So I'm going to write the number down. If you guess it, you're going to get your spin on the wheel. On the wheel, we have Read a Dream Meaning, which we just covered, which will cover these books. Okay. Then we have Read Your Sun Sign Health, which is this book. Okay, it's one of my favorite books. It's also on my YouTube, Unicorn Riah. But we just go on to chapter 4, which covers your sun sign and the things associated with your health for your sun sign. All right. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in this book. I highly recommend it. But we just using this one for chapter 4. Okay. Then we have Pick a Herb to Read, which is this book, one of my favorites again. Okay. Make sure you check them out on Amazon. I can't say it because TikTok is jealous, but you know where to get this at now because I spelled it for you. Spin Again, Read Your Birth Zone, which is in this book. Okay, there's 3 zones to each zodiac. So you need to know which zone you in because you may not act like the other Aries. All right, they might be in a whole nother zone. So figure out what your zone is up to this time around. This incarnation. Read Your Compatibility. This book covers the compatibility. Actually, it covers a lot, but we're just reading the compatibility part. Between you and a sign of your choosing, we will read what it says, what this book says about your sun sign capability. Now, I'm going to keep in mind, this is not birth chart capability, compatibility. It's just your sun compatibility, all right? So don't just take this book's word, and just run with it, okay? You got other planets, you got other aspects and stuff you need to look at, too, for compatibility. But this one will tell you about your sun's compatibility. Okay. 360. Don't spam 360. Don't get to spam at 360 because I'm only doing it when we land on 360. Okay. So if you see somebody in the chat coming here and talking some 360, but 360, tell them to spin on it. All right. That's the only time we're doing it. And I'm going to let you know, so you know, y'all that like to screen record, get your screen recording out, and we will cover that part when we get there, okay? Read Your Birthday. We got these 2 books for your birthday. You get to choose which book you want to read your birthday out of if you land on Read Your Birthday. It's a lot of good information. Spiritual as fuck. We're gonna shuffle these spiritual as fuck cards. Sorry, upside down. And read which one you get if you land on spiritual as fuck. Try again means so sorry. So sorry. You gotta try again. And 10 jumping jacks is when everybody collectively gets up and does these 10 jumping jacks together. All right, collective exercise. You pick. You get to pick which one you want, which book you want. Don't sweat the small stuff. Is this book. You just tell me which page number that you want, the first number that pops in your head between 1 and 365, and that's the page we will read for you if you land on this one. Ascending Assertion is one of these cards again. I will not compromise my peace of mind for a relationship. Okay, it's the same thing. We're going to shuffle and see which card fall out. And like so. If you land on that one. And we're back to Read a Dream meaning. Okay? So, does anybody have any questions? Keep in mind, we are live on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. So I really need you guys' help. All right. When I say stop putting numbers in the chat, please stop putting numbers in the chat because I gotta scroll on all 3 apps to see who won. So when y'all just be spamming and keeping going, you know, it really makes it hard. We skipped a couple people yesterday by accident. I realized after I got off the live and read some of the comments. So if you guys can help me, we can make this game as fun and smooth as possible. Okay? Everybody ready? All right, let me make sure nobody has any questions. 360 with a clap. We just have to land on it. Thank you for the roses. You fine. Thank you. Okay, no questions. Ma'am, I will put you to sleep. Doubt it. All right, we're gonna pick a number between 1 and 50. Okay. We tried to do 1 and 100 yesterday, and y'all had me on a winning streak. I think I got like 6 or 7 numbers in a row that y'all just could not guess. So we're gonna do it between 1 and 50. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Don't put the number yet. All right. You gotta wait until I write the number on the board and start the song. Okay? All right, y'all cheating. I'm waiting for y'all to stop cheating. I got time. It's Saturday. Okay? Stop cheating. I ain't even write the number yet. How are you guessing? I ain't even write it yet. Okay? If anything, now I'm going to not pick that number. Okay? You got to be fair, y'all. Told y'all we on 3 apps. All right? Ready? Set. Go. 1 between 1 and 50, y'all. Between 1 and 50. All right, okay. Well, let's stop. Everybody stop. Somebody put a red heart in each chat so I know where the stop is at. Put a red heart, somebody in each chat, please, and thank you. Y'all putting numbers, y'all not paying attention. We said stop. Thank you for the red hearts. Thank you for the red hearts. Can we get red heart? Okay, well, we need a little audience participation for this to work, y'all. Okay? Somebody on, thank you. Somebody on YouTube put a red heart in the chat. Thank you. TikTok, y'all always on it. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, now let's see. All right, y'all got a couple extra seconds there. So let's see who landed on the number. Let's check YouTube first. Oh, you was close. Okay, nobody on YouTube got it. All right, let's check TikTok next. All right, we got one psychic in the room. Let's see. Two psychics in the room. And let's check Instagram. Okay, y'all. So yesterday, I wasn't tallying up which app got the most psychics. We're gonna do it today because I think we had the majority winners on TikTok yesterday, and already TikTok has already got 2 psychics. So we're gonna keep track today. We're gonna see which app got the best psychics on there. So let me tally up here. Okay, YT, TT, and IG. All right. So this was the number. $27. All right. We got 2 winners. They were both on TikTok. All right. I know. So, first we got Yeds. YEDZZ. Are you still in the room? On TikTok. James, I see you. You're next. YEDZZ. Are you here? All right, you first. Let's see what you get. All right, you got don't sweat the small stuff. Okay, so give me a number between 1 and 365. Just yes, okay? If you drop a galaxy, I would appreciate it. Thanks. Okay, no, y'all stop dropping numbers. Just yes, so that his comment comes through. 24. All right. So 24 says, eliminate the rat race mentality. I often hear people conversing about being stuck in a rat race as if they were discussing the weather in a very casual, matter-of-fact way. The assumption seems to be that it's inevitable. So much of our daily work life exists in our own mind, depending upon what aspects we focus on and how we characterize our experience. In other words, when we describe our day, we say, it was awful. I was stuck in horrible traffic with millions of other angry people. I spent my day in boring meetings. There were arguments and almost constant conflict to deal with. What a bunch of jerks. The identical day might be thought of differently. You might describe it like this. I drove to work and spent much of my day meeting with people. It was a challenge, but I did my best to stay on top of it. The art of my work is bringing together people who, on the surface, don't seem to be able to get along very well. It's a good thing I'm there to help. Can you feel the difference? And it's not a matter of one description being realistic and accurate and the other being wishful thinking. Both are absolutely accurate. It all depends on the well-being of the person doing the thinking. Okay? Hopefully that resonates. Thank you for playing. All right, next we got James Nelson. James, are you still here on TikTok? Okay, you're next. You got pick a herb to read. Okay. So I need you to pick a number between 44 and 296. Just James, y'all. Just James. $75. All right. $75 is evening prime rose. Evening prime rose is also known as evening star and sundrop. Evening prime rose gets its name because its flowers usually open at dusk after the sun is no longer on them. It grows in eastern and central North America and has naturalized to Europe. It is in the Ongraceae evening primrose family. Identification. Now I'm going to slaughter its real name, so I'm going to spell it, okay? Oenothera space Biennis. Okay, that's aka evening prime rose. All right, it's a biennial plant. In its first year, the leaves can grow up to 10 inches long. Leaves are lance-shaped, toothed, and form a rosette. In its second year, the flower stem has alternate spirally arranged leaves on a hairy, rough flower stem that is also tinged with purple. The leaves are remnants of willow leaves. This erect flower stem sometimes branches near the top of the plant and grows from 3 to 6 feet tall. It flowers in June to October. This is what it looks like. The bright yellow flowers are partially to fully closed during the heat of the day. Flowers have 4 petals and are 1 to 2 inches across. They grow in a many-flowered terminal pensile. The fragrant flowers last only 1 to 2 days. Seed pods are long and narrow. The edible use. All parts of evening prime rose are edible, including the flowers, leaves, stalks, oil, root, and seed pods. Roots can be eaten either cooked or boiled. Its flowers and flower buds are good in raw salads. Young seed pods can be cooked or steamed. Second-year stems can be peeled and eaten fresh. Its seeds are edible and oily. Leaves aren't usually eaten due to their texture, but they can if boiled a few times. Medicinal use. Evening prime rose oil comes from the seeds of the evening prime rose, which contain gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, and omega-6 fatty acid also found in borage. Flowers, roots, barks, and leaves are also used medicinally. Okay, so these are the other things for the other medicinal uses, okay? Balancing women's hormones, PCOS, PMS, and menopause. Evening prime rose oil helps balance hormones in women. It naturally treats symptoms of PMS, including breast tenderness, water retention and bloating, acne, irritability, depression, moodiness, and headaches. It is also useful in the treatment of polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS, helping with fertility and in normalizing the menstrual cycle. It helps ease the symptoms of menopause as well, like hot flashes, moodiness, and sleep disturbance. Hair loss in men and women. Evening prime rose attacks the hormonal causes of male pattern baldness and androgenic alopecia in women. By balancing the hormones, it prevents further hair loss and in some people helps hair grow back. It's best used both internally and externally. Rub on the scalp daily along with diluted rosemary essential oil. Skin diseases, eczema, psoriasis, and acne. Evening prime rose oil works well for people with skin problems such as acne, eczema, dermatitis, and psoriasis. It balances the hormonal causes of these diseases, reduces inflammation, and promotes healing by reducing symptoms such as itching, redness, and swelling. Arthritis and osteoporosis. Evening prime rose oil is a good supplement for people with rheumatoid arthritis and osteoporosis. It is an anti-inflammatory and reduces pain and stiffness. It also balances the hormones that cause bone loss and osteoporosis. It also seems to help with calcium absorption and is best combined with fish oil. Gastrointestinal disorders. The bark and leaves are astringent and healing. They are effective in treating gastrointestinal disorders caused by muscle spasms of the stomach or intestines. They calm the spasms and allow better digestion. Whooping cough. Evening prime rose is an expectorant. A syrup made from the flowers helps treat whooping cough symptoms and is easier than a tincture or tea to get young children to swallow. Boil the flowers in a small amount of water, strain, and sweeten with raw honey. Asthma and allergies. Use leaf and bark tea to treat asthma. The tea relieves bronchial spasms and opens the airways. It does not cure the asthma, only treats the symptoms. It seems to work best for asthma with allergic causes. Blood pressure and cholesterol. Regular consumption of evening prime rose oil helps reduce blood cholesterol levels and lowers blood pressure. Best results are achieved by long-term use. It is not intended for acute situations. Diabetic neuropathy. Evening prime rose oil helps treat nerve pain, specifically due to diabetes. Now, harvesting, preparation, and storage. The seeds of evening prime rose ripen from August to October. Collect them when ripe and press for oil before they dry out. Flowers must be picked in full bloom. Gather the leaves and stem bark when the flowering stems have grown up. Strip the bark of evening prime rose and dry for later use. The leaves are also harvested and dried at that time. Dig the roots in the second year when they are larger and more potent. Recipes. How to make cold pressed evening prime rose seed oil. Grind fresh seeds. You can use a flour mill, sausage grinder, auger type juicer, coffee grinder, or blender to grind the seeds into a paste. They may take several passes through a grinder to get a fine grind. Add a tiny amount of water only if necessary to facilitate grinding. Roll the ground seeds into a ball and knead them by hand to release the oil, catching it in a small bowl. Knead and squeeze the seeds until the oil is released. This may take some time. Place the seed paste into a seed bag or use a coffee filter and tighten it to release even more oil into the bowl. When you have gathered as much oil as possible, filter it through a fresh filter to remove any remaining seed remnants. The standard dosage for internal use is 1 gram of oil daily, broken into 2 to 3 doses. And last but not least, strong evening prime rose tea. 1 ounce bark and leaves crushed or chopped into small pieces, 1 pint, 500 milliliters of water. Bring the water and herbs to a boil and reduce the heat to a low simmer. Simmer the herbs for 10 minutes. Allow the tea to cool and strain out the herbs. Keep the tea refrigerated until needed and use within 3 days. Okay, and that is evening prime rose for you. All right, period. Okay. Now, that was everybody who guessed 27 correctly. So now we're going to pick another number. If you just got here, we're spinning the wheel. In order to spin the wheel, I'm going to write a number on the board, and you just have to guess what the number is, okay? I'm going to give you until the song is over to pick your number. You can pick multiple numbers, all right? But when I say stop, I need somebody from each app to please put a red heart in the chat so we know where we stopped at, okay? Don't write your number now because I'm not going to write it if you write it early, okay? No cheating allowed. The only cheating you can do is use your psychic abilities to see which number I wrote. That's it, okay? Y'all cheating. I'm make sure I don't pick that number. Make sure I don't pick that number. Oh, make sure I don't pick that number, okay? Wait till I write it on the board. We got to give everybody a fair shot at the same time, okay? I'm also keeping track of which app got the most psychics. So far, it's TikTok. So Instagram, YouTube, you gotta step up. All right. The number is between 1 and 50. All right, go. All right, red hearts. Everybody put a red heart in the chat. Somebody from Instagram, somebody from TikTok, somebody from YouTube, put a red heart. No, y'all put numbers. Put a red heart. Okay, thank you. Okay, stop. Y'all stop. Thank you. Instagram, we need a red heart. Instagram, red heart. Okay, well, I see where I stopped at. Let's see if anybody on YouTube got it. No. YouTube, I gotta get it together. I got more red hearts than numbers. Let's see, TikTok. Oh. These names. All right. Let's see Instagram. Okay, we almost had an Instagram winner. Okay. So you guys have to put one number at a time. You can't just put a comment with multiple numbers. All right. You got to put one number, push enter, next number, push enter. So again, we got 2 winners. And they're both, again, from TikTok. So let me show you what the number was. 45. Okay. 45. And the users both had long names, so I just, wrote the first couple characters of their name. So first we got user 72093 dot 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 dot. Are you still here? It's not bull. This is the rules of the game. Yeah, it's 45. User 72093 da 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 da. You still here? You are. Okay. Thank you, B-Hop. Okay, so sorry. Stay away from da 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 da. I know you're still here. I just see you. Where you at? Right here. Okay, stay away from Mr. Ridiculous, pretty girl. It's your turn, okay? You ready? Oh, you got 360, okay? So I need everybody to say thank you, Mr. Stay. Okay, his name too long to write his whole name. So everybody say thank you, Mr. Stay. Everybody that said, matter of fact, we're gonna do it right here. Everybody that asked for 360, get your screen records ready because we about to do it. But after y'all say thank you, okay? Thank you, B-Hop. Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Stay. Thank you. All right, bet. Good. All right, y'all ready? Ooh, with the chord G. B-Hop, thank you. All right, y'all ready? In 3, 2, 1. All right. And that was the last winner for 45. Hold on. Let me write these. Let me give TikTok the other two. They got the most psychics today. We have YouTube at 0, IG at 0, and TikTok at 4. Okay? All right. So I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 50. And go. All right, red hearts. I think I won this one. I don't think I've seen it, but let me just check. Can somebody from each app please put a red heart in the chat? Okay, no more numbers. Red heart, thank you. Red hearts, y'all. Red hearts. And YouTube. YouTube had like 15 more numbers. Thank you. All right, let's see. Let's check Instagram first. Sorry, Instagram. Not a winner. All right, let's check YouTube next. So sorry. So sorry. YouTube, not a winner. All right. Let's check TikTok. Oh, he was close. He just had an extra number. He was. That's not even between 1 and 50. He was. He just. He was so close. All right. We're gonna make a tally up here for me when I fool all of y'all, because nobody got the number. So this one goes to me. Okay. Here was the number. 8. Somebody wrote 80. And you were so close. Okay. You just had to add that little 0. You could have won. Okay. So we're going to do it again. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 50. All right, go. Who hit? You said 80 again. 1 and 50. Okay. Y'all use your psychic powers. All right, red hearts, red hearts. I think I got y'all again, but let me check. Red heart, red hearts, red hearts. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Instagram, red hearts. 1 red heart. What? No more numbers. No more numbers, Instagram. Y'all cheating. Instagram, y'all cheating. All right, Instagram, y'all not going to get counted. Okay, thank you. All right, let's check YouTube first. Ooh, thank you for the money, though. And thank you, Shy, for the money, period. Unfortunately, YouTube, y'all didn't have no winners, though. But Shy, good looking out. I be forgetting you can send cash on YouTube. All right, thank you, Shy. Let's check TikTok. Dang, somebody got it after the red heart. So y'all gotta write one number a comment. You can't write a plethora of numbers. That's not gonna count, okay? Ooh, you just had it backwards. You had it backwards too. Okay, so sorry. TikTok, you don't have it either. Instagram, let's see. Oh, you won yesterday too. You definitely psychic. I feel like you left the room yesterday though, so I know you ain't get your spin. Okay, we have 2 winners. Okay, and they are both from Instagram. Okay. The number was 41. All right. Some of y'all had 14. Some of y'all had 40. Some of y'all had 4. Okay, I was almost there. Okay, I need you to focus them psychic powers. Okay, really focus. Okay. Wait for the clarity because you were so close. Okay. Mr. 600, you definitely won yesterday and left the room. So hopefully today you stay for your spins. All right, let me give Instagram 2 psychic points. Okay. So far the tally is YouTube with 0 psychics. TikTok has 4 psychics. Instagram finally on the board with 2 psychics. And I got y'all one time. Okay, so Mr. 006, are you still? Mr. 600, sorry, from Instagram. Are you still here? All right, bet. This is your spin. You got 360. Okay, everybody say thank you, Mr. 6. Everybody that's put 360 in the chat, I need to see it. Thank you, Mr. 6. All right, get your screen recorded ready. Thank you. Okay. Nobody said thank you. Nobody said thank you. Nobody said thank you. Okay, I'm waiting for you guys to say thank you. All right, thank you. Now, Instagram, we just need one person to say thank you, Mr. 6. All right, let's go. Y'all ready? In 3, 2, 1. Thank you, 6. Next, we have L100. My bad. 100 on Instagram. Are you still here? Really? We are waiting for _100 on Instagram to get his spin. You're welcome. All right, so sorry that you left the room. All right, y'all. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 50. Tell me what the number is. Psychic abilities, turn them on. And go. Okay. I need y'all to put red hearts in the chat. No more numbers, y'all. Red hearts. Red hearts. No more numbers. No more numbers. No more numbers. Thank you. And TikTok. No more numbers, y'all. Red heart. Red heart. Red. Thank you. YouTube. Instagram. I'll last again. No more numbers. Put a red heart. Okay, y'all not going to get counted. Thank you. All right. Let's check YouTube first. What's up, Hybrid Reaper? Thank you. Sorry, YouTube, no winners. So sad. All right, let's check TikTok. Thank you, Flossie. So sorry. Okay, so TikTok. You did not have a winner. However, the numbers, the comments cut off. Okay, so after we read the number, put the red hearts. If y'all could just not comment because it pushes all the other comments up. So hopefully nobody got the number because the comments definitely got cut off in the middle of the numbers. So try to wait until we go through the comments to continue commenting if you can, please and thank you. And Instagram, let me see. No winners, okay? So this round goes to me, okay? I didn't caught up with y'all on Instagram. This was the number 6. 6 was the number. Okay, we have 0 psychics on YouTube so far, 4 on TikTok, 2 on IG, and I got y'all twice. Okay, let's see if y'all can pick this number. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 50. And go. Ooh. Thank you for the flower, Frito Zone. All right, red heart. Red hearts, and then no more comments, y'all. Please and thank you. So we can get through all the numbers. Thank you for red heart. Okay, all right. Okay, TikTok, stop. TikTok, stop. Okay. Let me read y'all first, since y'all comments be going off the board. Let me check y'all first. TikTok is crashing, y'all. Okay, we got 3 winners on TikTok. Let me check YouTube. Oh, look at YouTube getting on the board. Okay, we got 1 winner on YouTube. You holding it down for YouTube, okay? YouTube was at 0. All right, let's check IG. Sorry, IG, no winners. Okay. YouTube, y'all on the board. You finally got 1. TikTok got 3 more. So TikTok is leading us at 7. And IG is still at 2, and I'm still at 2. The number was 30. Okay. So from YouTube, we got Coffin Writer 79, Psychic, TikTok, Josiah, Jay Khan, and Taiwan Miller. Now, we're going to go in order of the board. So we're going to start with YouTube. Coffin Writer 79, are you still here? Yes. All right, back. This is your spin. What is going on with the 360s today? Y'all using y'all powers for the 360s instead of the numbers. That's crazy. All right. Everybody say thank you, Coffin. If you wrote 360 in the chat for me to do a 360, I need to say thank you, Coffin, so we can get this 360 underway. Make sure you get your screen records ready. Okay, we got one thank you, one thank you. All right, Instagram, we just waiting on the thank you from you guys. Instagram. All right, all right. So when I scroll back to the next round, that's how I see where we left off at the thank yous. So I appreciate y'all writing thank you. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Coffin Writer 79. All right. Next we have Josiah from TikTok. Josiah, are you still here? Thank you, the Bartol. Thank you, Knowledge. Josiah. Thank you for the roses. All right, this is Justine. I'm about to say, you guys spin again, okay? You just spin again. Read a dream meeting. All right? So, these are the dream meeting books. You get to pick which one you want. A or B. Josiah. A, B. A, B. All right. So I need you to pick a number between 18 and 518. Okay? Josiah. Josiah only, y'all, so I can see. Josiah. $245. All right, let's see. All right, we got homesickness or honey. Which one do you want me to read? Homesickness or honey? Josiah. Honey. All right. Amber, 18, dreamed she was cooking a honey cake to impress her new boyfriend, but she had run out of honey. Taking a risk, she went to where she knew there was a wild beehive in a tree in the next field. Seeing no bees, Amber clambered up and put her hand inside the hive to take some honeycomb. Immediately, the bees were swarming around her and she was badly stung. Dream background and meaning. Amber was recently able to assess her late aunt's inheritance, which was intended to form part of her college fund. Amber's boyfriend wanted to spend the whole summer vacation trekking overseas. He suggested that Amber dip into the fund to pay for the trip, as both sets of parents disapproved and would not help. Honey stolen in a dream warns that instant prosperity may come at a price. Interpretations and fortune-telling meanings. To dream of being given honey is a sign of money coming your way. Eating honey, especially with a partner, is a fertility symbol and a sign of happy honeymoons and love trysts. Dreaming of taking some honeycomb from a hive using proper equipment indicates that you will receive a message from a distant friend or family member that will lead to a trip to see them or to their returning. Sharing honey at a meal with friends or family promises harmonious times and prosperity in the home. Using honey-based healing or beauty products is a sign of good or improving health. Jars of honey in a storage cupboard promise continuing prosperity and abundance and building up resources if they are unopened. Outcome of Amber's dream. Amber realized she was risking her future, though she very much wanted to go with her boyfriend. When she suggested a vacation camping in the wilderness, he lost interest and is now dating a girl from a wealthy family. Because honey represents abundance and spiritual wealth, money issues can be linked with moral dilemmas. Okay? And that is the definition of honey in the dream book. Okay? Thanks for playing. Next, we have JCon00 from TikTok. Are you still here? I'm going to save the live. We played the game yesterday too, so the live from yesterday is also saved. JCon00. Okay, I see you. All right, this spin is for you. Hold on. Okay. Read your birth zone. When is your birthday? JCon. December 30th. All right, so if you do not want to listen to this, you are more than welcome to go on my YouTube page, go to the bell, hit the bell, okay? Go to the playlist. Go to the playlist. It says Sun Signs and Past Lives by Bernie Ashman and scroll to your birth week. If not, listen up, okay? If you were born between December 21st and December 30th, this is for you, all right? If you were born between December 21st and December 30th, you are in the first zone of Capricorn. The element is Earth. The first sign zone ruler is Capricorn. The energy field is Cardinal. Capricorn plus Capricorn equal incredible focus. Hold on. Let me get my pillow because, you know, I'm going to be standing up here for a minute. Okay. Current life scan for the Capricorn first zone. Your soul knew this was going to be a life in which to get a lot accomplished in a very focused way. Being born in the first zone of Capricorn shows you to be a solid planner when you want to be. Your choices need to be carefully considered because you have an instinct to commit seriously to your goals. Learning to be flexible helps you adjust to changes. Ambition flows through your mind quickly when you become inspired to make a dream come true. A primary drive is initiating life directions that are large enough to satisfy your passion to build safe and reliable creative expressions. You detest failing at anything you want to accomplish. Learning to accept your shortcomings is as important as celebrating your milestones. Keeping a sober attitude about success keeps you happier. Sorry. Accepting life's ups and downs gives you a sense of inner peace. You like people with well-conceived ideas. Idealists appeal to you if they can prove they have a firm grasp of reality. You are a pragmatist at heart with a love of pleasurable escapes. Finding hobbies and other pastimes to relieve your anxieties about life adds to your mental and physical health. Seeing the cup as at least half full helps you to maintain a positive outlook. You are a show-me type of person who wants others to convince you of their value in your life. People perceive you as generous when your heart is open to sharing your knowledge and resources. You prefer lovers and friends who are able to accept you just the way you are. Your life blossoms when you bypass your fears and pursue the ideas that motivate your innermost world. Happiness with a profession is more likely when you grow comfortable with your ability. You need a stable family or private life to balance the intensity you naturally pour into your outer world in search of success. Past life patterns for the Capricorn first zone. Hold on, y'all. I gotta put the book back together. There. Okay. The past life issues for you were connected to 3 themes. One was extreme ambition drives. You got carried away in becoming a big success. A second was being too rigid. Adaptability was not a strong suit. The last one was being too defensive. This isn't saying you always acted out these traits. When you did, life was not as fulfilling. Climbing the ladder of success. It wasn't a bad thing that you often found professional outlets that matched your talent. That was the good news. It was your absolute determination to be a winner, no matter what you had to do to get there, that got you into trouble. Sacrificing your relationships was not uncommon. You put huge amounts of time into building careers and businesses. You lost awareness of those important friends, relatives, and lovers who helped you get to the top. You had a cold logic that didn't warm the hearts of those who cared about your emotional well-being. Your ambition is what drove you, ruling your everyday thinking. Your focusing power was tremendous, but usually limited to work and making money. Your world was confined to putting all your energy into getting ahead. Materially, you often outdistanced the competition. When you did lose after taking a risk, you didn't have a great personal life to fall back on. You limited your options to a world of wealth seeking and excluded other alternatives for fulfillment. You lacked openness to a wider perspective that could have rounded out your days in a much more satisfying way. I am the boss. A compulsive need to be in control did occur in some lives. Things had to be done your way or they were seen as incorrect. You had very high expectations of others. You became downright demanding. A strict adherence to rules and routines was your formula for life. You liked being a leader, and it was your bossiness that irritated others. Arguments ensued from those who resisted your dominance. You did become obstinate when your authority was challenged. There was an inability to delegate responsibility because an underlying current in this pattern was a lack of trust for others. You didn't feel they could do a job as well as you could. There was a side of you that was very attached to overpowering people. Another force at work was hiding your insecurity and fears by acting all powerful. You missed out on closeness and a richer emotional life by hiding behind a false persona of not needing anyone. Life grew pretty lonely. You suffered in silence. The tree that would not bend. Inflexibility caused you to be fixated on repeating the same mistakes despite their bad results. A refusal to adapt to new situations caused you to miss out on opportunities for abundance. Even if your actions were the catalyst for emotional storms in your life, you insisted on forcing the same agendas. Emotional and nervous breakdowns occurred because you lacked the insight to see your way out of situations. You needed to invent a whole new script for yourself, but would not start writing one. People had to fit into the game you were playing. Holding on to worn out ideas kept you lagging behind when it came to getting ahead in life. Change scared you. The more you held onto the past, the worse it got for you. On my guard. You could be a tough nut to crack emotionally. Your feelings were well insulated from others. You had a wall built around your inner world. People had a hard time trying to figure you out. Why? You didn't talk enough. Communication stayed on safe subjects, but didn't reveal much about the real you. Your privacy was too highly protected. You had such a strong defensiveness that others could not get close to you. You were often perceived as being secretive. You trusted few, and in some ways, you didn't trust yourself enough to admit what you really needed in order to be happy. You were depressed in lives where you truly wanted a soulmate, but were too fearful to come out of hiding. Denial about your need for love kept you alone. Illumination for the current life. If any of these past life patterns of the Capricorn first zone are again with you in this lifetime, you can deal positively with them. You will need to be persistent and make regular effort to reverse their influences. Your commitment to overcome these behaviors will pay huge dividends. In counteracting climbing the ladder of success, you can still be ambitious. Being born in this first zone of Capricorn puts you in the driver's seat, wanting to show off your ability. You attract responsibility without even really trying. Yet, you need to make time for other areas like hobbies and vacations. All work and no play is not in your best interest. It's important that you do not lose sight of the important people who really know you. You need to learn to focus on individuals who support your pragmatic ambition. You will have a much better chance for romantic happiness if you learn to make time for your main allies. You need to schedule in the people who are important to you. Balance is a key ingredient to keeping your goals in perspective. When the chips are down or your luck is not so good, you may be glad you have your closest supporters nearby. It will be more fun to have a soulmate to share in your success and cheer you on to victory. If you return the favor and do the same for those key people in your life, they will be there for you when you need them. The I am the boss feeling can be overcome by relinquishing some control over others. Lighten up. You benefit when someone is free to express their own views. Equality in your partnerships allows for clearer communication. Getting accurate feedback about yourself is better than people saying only what they know you prefer to hear. Trust comes with practice. If you are fearful of being honest, you need to get beyond that. You may be surprised at how good it feels to have someone who truly knows you. Your relationships deepen, and the commitments are solidified through genuine dialogues. You don't have to trust everyone, but your most intimate partners need to know what's really going on inside you. It is exhausting to always be in control. Learn to delegate responsibility to others. It takes a load off of you to not be so focused on being in control. You get energized with a new attitude. Empowerment comes through having the faith you can surrender to a compulsive need to be the boss. In the tree that would not bend pattern, you will be happier if you can learn to flow more with change. Nothing truly remains the same forever. It's a fact of life that change is inevitable. Your health might even get a lift by not resisting new life directions. People can't always adjust to your way of doing things. Compromise is one big key to solving this pattern. Also, listening to the advice from others could be in your best interest, so don't stubbornly close your ears to new information. You will experience less tension in your relationships if you become more flexible. Traditions in the past can still be valued, but don't make them your religion or only belief system. Perhaps building a new ritual or two will help reinvent your creative power. The on my guard propensity can be circumvented by opening up to the reality that you may not be happy shutting everyone out of your inner world. Privacy is a good thing as it can recharge your mental, emotional, and physical batteries. However, privacy carried to an extreme dulls your mind and spirit. You need more stimulation, especially if you are feeling lonely. Let down the defenses and try an outgoing expedition. It's hard for people to understand you if you don't communicate. There is empowerment in talking. Expressing your views and, even more important, your innermost feelings puts you in touch with your intuitive power. It actually comes alive through verbalizing your thoughts. So try a change in strategy. You don't have much to lose except a few fears and bottled up confusion. You can attract a more abundant and emotionally satisfying life by crossing over your guarded borders. And finally, roadmap to your empowerment. The first zone of Capricorn is a great land for blazing a new ambitious trail. Being born in this sign zone blesses you with focusing power that many other sign zones envy. The key to your personal empowerment is combining your pragmatic instincts with flexibility so you can adjust quickly to the changes required to ensure your success. You naturally possess follow-through. Transcending your fears frees you to express your creative power spontaneously. You enjoy your relationships more when you let others be free to discover their own true potential. It's just as vital that you be assertive in making your own needs known. A happy medium of give and take ensures fulfilling partnerships. You like individuals who are able to make their own way in the world. When you show a soulmate that you truly need their support, it deepens their sense of commitment. Carefully define your dependency needs, as this keeps the connection with others clear. Your road to happiness and fulfillment does not miss a beat when you learn to let your guard down. Try new experiences, even if they challenge your traditions and comfort zones. You grow stronger when you're not fearful of the future. Your goals stay fresh when your mind has faith in your ability. Don't feel you need to be in complete control. Life isn't meant to be lived that way. Success is more fun when you have people to share it with. Trust those you love, and you never have to look far for a friend. The heights you want to reach are firmly in your grasp when you don't chase after them too hastily. Patience is your best teacher, Yet acting on your instincts and not fearing a well-calculated risk might be the catalyst to offer you a renewed sense of self. And that is the end of the first zone of Capricorn. So if you were born between December 21st and January 19th, December 21st and December 30th, sorry, that one was for you. Okay? Also, like I said, if you want to figure out what it says about your zone, it's on my YouTube, Unicorn Riah. Go to the playlist, Sun Signs and Pastimes by Bernie Ashman, and click on your birthday. Okay? Thank you for playing, Jade Con. All right. Last person on the list for 30 is Taiwan Miller from TikTok. Oh, you hear? Bet. Let's go. You got spiritual as fuck. All right. So we're going to take one of these spiritual as fuck cards and read it for you. Okay? Let's see what you get. There you go. Accept the good in your life and know you're a fucking delight. Once you notice the good shit going on in your life, more good shit starts happening. It's like a magnet or a dung beetle. Fun fact, once a dung beetle gets a little nub of poop, he runs around with it and more poop sticks to it and grows and grows. Goodness is like that. There you go. Hey, Twan. Okay, period. Thanks for playing. All right. So that was it for 30. So let's do another number, okay? If you just got here, I need you to pick a number between 1 and 50. I'm going to write it on the board. If you guess the number that I pick, then you get to spin the wheel, okay? Right now, we have YouTube at 1 psychic. We got 1 psychic on YouTube. We got 7 psychics on TikTok. We got 2 psychics on IG. And I got y'all by 2, all right? So you have psychic abilities, you have more than, you're more than welcome to use your psychic abilities, your ESP, to come on in here and see which number I write on this board, all right? I'm going to write a number between 1 and 50. Then I'm going to ask y'all to put red hearts in the chat so I know where the numbers stop. And then I need y'all to stop, okay? Because the comments will get erased if it's too many comments. So I'm going to write a number, and then y'all going to guess the number, okay? All right, go. What's your winner? All right. Red hearts in the chat, y'all. Red hearts. Okay, numbers, red hearts. No, okay, thank you. YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Okay, Instagram, we need red hearts in the chat. Numbers, Instagram, we need red heart. Red heart. Instagram, we need, thank you. All right. Okay, all right. Now, TikTok comments be disappearing first. So, okay, stop with the red hearts. Y'all gonna push the comments up. Okay. We're going to check TikTok first. See how many psychics we got.
Oh, he was close. Oh, you got it twice.
You knew. You said I'm putting the number twice. I know that's the number. All right, we got one winner on TikTok. Let's check YouTube. Okay, so sorry, YouTube. No winners. Let's check IG. Okay. TikTok is now, it's still in the lead, y'all. TikTok is beating our ass. We have 8 psychics on TikTok, 1 on YouTube, 2 on IG, and I got y'all twice. Okay? This is the number. 24. All right, JC on TikTok. Are you still here? Yes. All right, this spin is for you. Read your birthday. Okay. All right. Which book do you want to read your birthday from, JC? A or B? Just JC, y'all. A, B. A, B. A or B. JC, come on, these books is heavy. Which book, JC? A, the heavy one, or B? He left. Okay, which one you want? Book A or book B? No. Come on, JC, my back hurt. A or B? JC, A or B? Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Okay, y'all, stop writing comments because his comment's not coming through. 1 second, okay? I don't see your comment. Okay, so nobody write on TikTok. JC, we need you to pick A or B with your birthday. Please don't comment, y'all. Don't comment. Don't say that. That's not nice. It's not funny. Hey, JC. Hey, okay. All right. Now, when is your birthday? All right, y'all. No comments. Let's get his birthday out here. No, just JC. January 20th. All right, thank you. All right, this is what it says for January 20th. All right. Your birthday shows you to be a persuasive and charming individual, practical and hardworking, yet sensitive. Born on the cusp, you also possess an Aquarian interest in people and show a keen understanding of relationships. Skill at working cooperatively with others can help you in your overall success. Your pragmatic approach to life suggests that you possess a strong sense of loyalty and are capable of endurance. The challenge you may be facing, however, is to keep the balance between your desire to fulfill your obligations and your need for freedom, spontaneity, and pleasure. With the sub-influence of your decanate ruler Virgo, you are a methodical and careful worker who pays attention to detail. Although you retain a certain shyness or reserve, you have good communication skills and can go straight to the heart of a matter. With a touch of the perfectionist and critical skills, you want to do a job properly and can make precise and accurate observations. A sense of duty and control can make you dependable and skilled, but tightly controlled emotions can also lead you to becoming too serious, rigid, or stubborn. With a love of beauty and a good sense of form, you may wish to develop your creative gifts through art, music, or writing. Your home is liable to be warm and attractive as you possess good taste and enjoy luxury. Although money is important, you are willing to work hard to acquire it and need the security of long-term plans. Until you reach the age of 30, your progressed sun is in Aquarius, highlighting your individuality, desire for freedom, and group awareness. It may be necessary for you to express your independence, and friends may be especially important to you. At age 32, as your progressed sun moves into Pisces, there is a turning point that heightens your sense of vision and emphasizes your importance of needing to feel more in touch with your emotions. Another change at 61, when your progressed sun moves into Aries, accents a desire for self-assertion, more action, and new beginnings. This may inspire you to take more leadership roles. Your secret self. Your tough front often conceals your extreme inner sensitivity. Love and relationships are especially important to you, and you often have a desire to make other people happy. This can be expressed as a humanitarian caring or compassion for the feelings of others. At times, however, you may feel frustrated and disappointment because you cannot relax and let go. You may have experienced instances of conditional love earlier in your life when you have had to meet others' expectations before you received the love and affection you needed. It's important, therefore, that in your desire to love and be loved, you do not compromise too much of yourself or overcompensate by withdrawing and becoming cold or melancholic as a protection mechanism. In your desire for peace and harmony, you are usually willing to work hard to deal with the obstacles in your path. Though through this, you will come to realize the significance of valuing yourself and trusting your feelings. Work and vocation. Sociable and good at combining business and pleasure, you often accomplish more by working with other people. Usually, you use your communication and diplomatic skill to persuade others to your way of thinking. Imaginative, entertaining, and original, you like to use your humor and charm when doing business with others. Often astute and caring, you can accomplish in the medical world and the healing professions. A firm approach to health and good business sense imply that you can also work as a teacher, counselor, and advisor. Alternatively, as a multi talented individual with a need to be creative, you can put pen to paper and write or paint, as well as compose music or make films. Famous people who share your birthday include film directors David Lynch and Federico Fellini, actress Patricia Neal, and actor George Burns. Numerology. Having the number 20 birthday, you are intuitive, adaptable, and understanding. Usually, you benefit from cooperative activities where you can interact, share experiences, or learn from others. Often charming and gracious, you develop diplomatic skills and can move in different social circles with ease. You may, however, need to overcome a tendency to be hurt easily by the actions and criticisms of others. Avoid an inclination to martyr yourself or to be mistrusting or self seeking. The sub influence of the number 1 month indicates that you are ambitious and determined with a forceful character. Individual, innovative, and creative, you are courageous and have plenty of energy when you are inspired. Although friendly and charming, you may also need to learn that the world does not revolve around you. In relationships, you may need to balance your own wishes with the needs and desires of others. Nevertheless, when you learn to trust your inner feelings and have faith in your abilities, you can succeed by commercializing your artistic talents. Positive. Good partnerships, gentle, tactful, receptive, intuitive, considerate, harmonious, agreeable, admirable, ambassador of goodwill. Negative. Suspicious, lack of confidence, timid, oversensitive, selfish, and crafty. And finally, love and relationships. Your natural charm and sociability indicate that you have a large circle of friends with whom you are generous and giving. Idealistic and romantic, you have a strong need for love, which suggests that the demonstration of affection can be very important to you. With your stoic strength, you can be loyal and a faithful friend and very protective of your family members. This means you are often willing to make sacrifices for those you love, but you may need to be careful not to play the martyr. Some people of this birthday find close relationships with those of a different age group. And that is the end of January 20th. Okay? Okay, period. Thank you for playing. Alright, you was the only winner for 24. Alright, next number. Okay, if you just got here, we playing a spin the wheel game. Alright, all you need to do is use your psychic abilities to pull the number that I write on the board out of my head and type it on the screen. When I say stop, no more, we're going to add red hearts in the chat to notice where we stopped. Okay? Everybody got it? And go. Between 1 and 50. My bad. Pick a number between 1 and 50. Ooh, you close. Okay, red hearts. Red hearts in the chat. Red hearts. Somebody type a red heart. Type a red heart. Thank you, TikTok. Instagram and YouTube, we need red hearts. Instagram and YouTube, we need a red heart. Thank you, YouTube. Instagram, we need a red heart. No more numbers, YouTube. No more numbers. Just put a red heart. Somebody put a red heart on Instagram. Type a red heart. Anybody? Yep, that's a number. We need that. That's a number. We need a red heart. Thank you. Okay. Let's check TikTok. Okay, y'all gotta type the numbers one at a time. So one number per comment. You can't type a comment with multiple numbers.
Oh, you was close.
Okay, we have 0 winners on TikTok. Let's check YouTube.
Oh, you was close.
Okay, so I can do your birthday if you land on read your birthday. All right, you just gotta land on it when we spin. No winners on YouTube. Let's check IG. So sorry. Guess what that means? That means I win. That means I'm beating Instagram and I'm beating YouTube. All right. YouTube is in the last place with 1 win. TikTok is in first place with 8 wins. IG is in 3rd place with 2 wins. And I am in 2nd place with 3. All right. The number was 46. All right. Nobody got it. Nobody got the number. So let's pick another number. Y'all, the numbers are between 1 and 50. Okay? Seeing a couple 3-digit numbers in there. And remember, 1 number per comment. Between 1 and 50. Use your psychic powers. Don't guess. Go. You so close. Okay, we got some winners. Okay, red hearts in the chat. I thought I was gonna get y'all. All right, red hearts. Somebody put a red heart in the chat. Put a red heart. No, numbers. Thank you. Numbers. Put a red heart. Thank you. Instagram, we need red. Thank you. All right, let's see. Let's check YouTube first. No more comments, so the comments don't disappear.
YouTube.
Okay. Okay, we got one winner on YouTube. TikTok.
My YouTube is Unicorn Riah.
All right, we got 4 winners on TikTok. And
let's check Instagram.
no users on Instagram. All right. Oh, and we hit, that's TikTok 1, y'all. Let's go on to 10, and I'll tell you the tally in a second. YouTube got 2. IG ended up being tied with YouTube for 2. So YouTube and Instagram, y'all got 3rd place. I got 2nd place coming in with 3. And TikTok, y'all got 12. Okay, all the psychics on TikTok. TikTok is the winner. All right, this was the number. 25. All right. I am Mac Toos on YouTube. Lucky Fesh, Jake Norman, Aaron Jones, and Kai Sojourner on TikTok. You are the winners. And we're going to go in order that I wrote them down. So first we got YouTube. I am Mac Toos. Are you still here?
Yes. Mac Deuce. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. This is your spin first. You got 10 jumping jacks. Okay, well, this is where we need all audience participation, okay? We need everybody to get up, okay? First, we need to say thank you, Mac, first, for these jumping jacks that we all are going to do together. It's only 10, so you guys relax, but can we say thank you, Mac?
All right, we got 1 thank you, 2 thank yous. All right, Instagram, we need a thank you, Mac.
Instagram, we need some gratitude. Instagram. I didn't see it. Okay, nobody's gonna say thank you on Instagram. Okay, I would hate to flip the camera on Instagram because they don't want to say thank you.
Say thank you, Mac.
Instagram about to flip the camera if you don't say thank you, Mac, right now. Dun, 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 dun. Damn, Instagram. Okay. Sorry, Instagram will not be paying attention. Ooh, see? Gonna save y'all, Instagram. Y'all was about to get the camera flipped, okay? All right. Thank you, guys, everybody else, for your patience. We about to do these jumper jacks together. So everybody get up. Get up, everybody. We're going to do these 10 jumping jacks. It's only 10. This is our collective exercise. Ready? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you. I am Mac Deuce for our collective exercise. All right, now moving right along to TikTok. Lucky Fresh, are you still here?
No, that was 10. That was not, that was 10. I'm crying. Lucky Fresh.
Oh, so sorry, Lucky Fresh. All right. Jake Norman from TikTok, are you here?
Jake Norman. Jake Norman. Okay.
No Jake. Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones from TikTok, are you here? Oh yes. I've been playing since middle school.
Ka Sojourner. CA Sojourner from TikTok, are you here?
No. That's not the Aaron Jones.
Front and center. All right, here go your spin. Read your birth zone.
When is your birthday? That's what he landed on.
What do you mean no? We were so close to spin again, but you got read the birth zone.
8:25.
Oh, right. If you were born between August 22nd and August 31st, this is for you, okay? If you don't want to listen to these, as it is a few pages, go to my YouTube, Unicorn Riah, Riah, okay? Go to the playlist that says Sun Signs and Past Lives by Bernie Ashman, and then scroll to your birthday. If you know somebody born 8/22 to 8/31, take notes for them. This is the first zone of Virgo. The element is Earth. The first zone sign ruler is Virgo. The energy field is mutable, and Virgo plus Virgo equal meticulous performance. Current life scan for the Virgo first zone. Your soul anticipated getting into a well-organized and busy life. Being born in the first zone of Virgo puts you right on the front lines in dealing with details. You make a good, reliable worker. There isn't anything you can't organize if your heart is in the job. Business instincts are always in your mind and easily assessed at the spur of any given moment. This is a strong, service-oriented zone. You aren't afraid to roll up your sleeves to see a plan through to the end. Problem solving is a part of your life resume. Health and diet may be subjects of interest. You are mentally sharper when you exercise and get enough rest. There is a drive to be thorough when you find a life pursuit that captures your passionate interests. You can become compulsive in trying to be too perfect. A primary drive is to keep perfecting your skills and to show your ability confidently. You believe in commitments as long as they prove useful. There is an attraction to practical-minded people. When you worry less and enjoy life more, you find inner peace. You prefer that friends and lovers share your pragmatic views. Taking a risk is not your first impulse, but you can surprise yourself and others by sensing what makes a solid investment. You like to establish routines because a structured life seems more dependable. Trying new experiences is wise as they keep you mentally challenged and stimulated. Past life patterns. Past life patterns for the Virgo first zone. The past life issues for you were connected to three themes. One was being overly critical of others. Even your own ideas were negated by self-criticism. A second area involved a lack of imagination. You were afraid to dream of a better life. A third front was excessive worry. You didn't always indulge in these trends, but when you did, life was not as enjoyable or rewarding. Picky. You had an ability to see the flaws in others. The problem was that you used this against them too often, which disrupted the flow in your relationships. Even your work arena was affected because people resented your criticism when it lacked sensitivity. It was a compulsive repetition of pointing out individuals' mistakes that made them upset with you. You were not very good at patching wounds you caused because your tendency was to keep right on criticizing. This was a case of possessing a well above average talent to see details, but lacking the insight to shut off the verbal attacks. Picking apart the ideas of others or things you did not like caused great disharmony in your relationships. Turning this negativity on your own thoughts and plans also held you back. It kept you from accomplishing goals. Your inner dialogue didn't make room for the positive reinforcement that you were badly in need of when this pattern was too dominant. Too finely sifted. In this pattern, you were trapped by your left brain. Your logical mind drowned out your intuitive right side on a regular basis. You were analytical to the extreme, sifting through ideas again and again. You didn't always allow enough idealism and dreaming to come through. You were too serious and not having enough fun. Your spiritual side was not easily accessed in your right brain, although it would have been a great help when you encountered self-doubt. You relied too much on the physical plane and neglected to develop your intuitive side and give it an opportunity to help you. A lack of faith in what you could not see with your eyes or hear with your ears prevented you from a deeper understanding of life's mysteries. The romantic in you was limited in that you didn't think as much of ideals as you did of grounded earthly ideas. 9 to 5. You have a long past life history of putting your nose to the grindstone, as the old saying goes. This means you believed in hard work. You became fixated on working to such an extent that you didn't make time for any celebration.
The intensity to achieve your serious goals made for all work and no play as a repeating pattern. Mental and physical exhaustion resulted when you did not pace your schedule. You alienated people trying to get to know you on an emotional level when you were more in love with jobs than people. You tended to worship routines. This limited your options in that you too quickly ruled out growing through new experiences. Extreme anxiety. You were the classic worrier. Even when you had the best that life could offer, you found ways to worry. It kept you from enjoying what you had. You were a perfectionist in several incarnations. If something got out of order or interfered with your daily habits, it upset you. A compulsive focus on lack was another side of this pattern. Your mind kept waiting for something to go wrong, even during the best of times. You had trouble staying centered. This behavior drained your energy and kept you from concentrating on goals. Illumination for the current life. If these Virgo first zone patterns have reoccurred in this lifetime, try not to worry. There are ways to navigate through them. You will need to chart a new course to get better results. It can take regular effort to make a long-seated pattern work for you. The picky pattern needs you to aim your mental intensity into more productive directions. Positive energy has to be carefully nurtured and grown in the same way you might build a business. It takes time and extra care to ensure its success. You need to fertilize your mind with a new type of thinking. When you stop using that wonderful intellect to criticize yourself or others, you allow for new possibilities. You attract good fortune through eliminating what has not been working for you. Your relationships can improve in that people won't want to distance themselves from your verbal onslaughts. You can retrain your mind to not react impulsively with a critical tongue. In the too finely sifted pattern, developing your intuitive right brain helps you from getting snagged by endless details. Being born in this first zone with its repeating Virgo emphasis gives you an extra edge on any other sign zone when it comes to noticing details. This talent helps you to be very efficient. Balancing this left brain natural reflex with some right brain magic is a wise thing to do. Why? It gives you extra sensory insight, which takes a load off your mind. When you only operate from the left brain, it is like being stuck in first gear and not using the other resources available to you. You could read some books on tapping into intuitive energy or take a class on working with intuition. The 9 to 5 rut becomes integrated into creative self-expression by taking that passion for work and redirecting it into play now and again. You can do it. Children need to play because it develops their mind. Both the right and left brain hemispheres find greater balance when you combine work and play. The emotional and romantic sides of you need equal playing time. Reward your hard work by taking the time to celebrate. People will want to be a bigger part of your life when you give them a chance to participate. Hobbies, vacations, and socializing round out your life. You will have greater creative drive if you get a break from work. Your intuition gains clarity, and your conscious mind finds clearer perceptions when you add variety. Going beyond everyday routines gives you vitality and strengthens your immune system. The extreme anxiety pattern can be tranquilized through learning to have more faith. Nobody is without some degree of worry. You just happen to have more anxiousness than others because you have an extra sharp mind for details, being a first zone Virgo. It's the little things that can trip you up. Try to focus more on the broad perspective and not fret so much about each small step along the way. You can go back and make adjustments. When a team is losing at halftime, they don't just quit. The coach needs to come up with a change in strategy. You need to do the same thing. Give yourself permission to let your life get somewhat out of order. This may not be easy, but it's not as difficult as you might think. Life can get messy and then ease back in place again. Think of your projects or goals as a process. Enjoy the journey of life instead of focusing only on the destination. And finally, roadmap to your empowerment. The first zone of Virgo is get down to business terrain. Being born in this zone fills your mind with an insatiable curiosity to study a subject from the inside out. You are driven to understand details. The challenge is not getting too worried by them. Learning new skills excites you. You can excel in service-oriented professions. Finding a cause to dedicate your time to may be a heartfelt quest. The key to your personal empowerment is communicating from your heart as well as your mind. This particular sign zone gives you an intellect that can carefully guard emotions. Giving equal time to your ideas and feelings deepens your insights. You have excellent business skills and can adapt quickly to all types of work environments. Live your life outside of well-defined routines, and you will have more fun. Your creative power multiplies quickly when you take a chance and don't live every day the same. When you allow for outside interference in your regular habits, interesting surprises occur. You meet new people and find alternative doors to enter. You usually seek stability first, and that's fine. Just don't forget to try new things because they stimulate you to see with refreshed eyes. And that is the end of the first zone of Virgo. So if you were born between August 22nd and August 31st, that was for you. Okay? If that was not your birthday zone and you want to know what it says for your birthday zone, make sure you follow me on YouTube, Unicorn Riah, hit the bell, subscribe. It's free. Okay? Go to the playlist. Go to the playlist that says Sun Signs and Past Lives by Bernie Ashman. And then scroll down to your birthday. All right? Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing, y'all. That was fun. TikTok, y'all won. Let me just show y'all again. Hold on. Y'all got 12 TikTok. Okay. YouTube had 2 psychics. TikTok had 12 psychics. IG had 2 psychics. And I got y'all 3 times. Okay. If you had fun today, make sure you follow me. All right. Make sure you turn on all notifications so that you can see next time I come live. I appreciate everybody that sent me gifts, that tapped my screen, that commented, that participated, that shared my live and reposted. All right. You are appreciated. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Timothy. Give us a 360 while you're at it. We already did 360. We actually did a couple of them. I told you guys to screen record it for this exact moment. All right. Good news though. Instagram saves the live. As soon as I hang up, the live will post. So if you missed any part of the live, make sure you'll follow me on Instagram, Unicorn Riah's IG. That's Unicorn RIAHSIG. Okay, immediately the live will post and you can review. TikTok. My TikTok is the Unicorn Riah. THEE Unicorn RIAH. Follow me on TikTok, okay? If you like, bruh, I don't know what was going on with my app. I need to get on TikTok with the rest of the psychics because I know I'm psychic. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, all right, where all the psychics are at. And YouTube, my YouTube is Unicorn Riah. If you liked any of these books, the other books that I also do, they are all on there. They're all organized on playlists. It is free, although you can hit the join button and support me. It's multiple levels of support. If you decide to support me on YouTube, I greatly appreciate it. All right, my YouTube is Unicorn Riah. YouTube will also post a live sometime tonight. All right, on YouTube, but I need the IT department to work a little faster on posting the lives after we hang up. Okay, but it's okay because Instagram gonna pick up the slack. But it will be posted on YouTube too if you missed it and want to watch it on YouTube. However, y'all see all these grow lights back here? It makes the room have this little blue tint. So there's a blue tint if you watch it on YouTube. On YouTube, there's no blue tint on Instagram. We are on the 4K phone on Instagram. So if you want to watch the live in 4K, make sure you follow me on YouTube. TikTok, it's clear. This is not giving 4K. It's like 1080. But we got 4K over here. So make sure y'all follow me everywhere. Okay, follow me on all of them. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to see you guys on Monday. All right. Normally I try not to stream on the weekends. I'm trying to take a break. But surprise! All right, I'll see y'all on Monday though. Bye Instagram. Bye TikTok. Bye YouTube.